Have you ever imagined what it would be like to pull in as much profit or money as you want from financial markets day after day after day? This is only a dream for most people, but not anymore. Today, that dream is going to become a reality for you. Now, over the last 5 years, I've helped thousands of students become profitable on a daily basis. For example, one of my students had only 2 losing days in the entire month, netting over $7,000 in the same period. Now, to make this happen for you, today I'm going to show you step by step exactly how to set up your charts for success. And then immediately after that, I'm going to show you the exact strategy you need to explode your profits. And the best news is this can all be done in under 30 minutes a day. So to start, let's get you set up on your charts correctly so we can then move on to getting you consistently profitable. Now, we have a plain trading chart here, nothing complicated, something most of you will be familiar with. Personally, I do think simplicity is the key to making the sort of consistent profits my students do. However, there is a fine line between having too little, i.e. a plain chart, and having too much, i.e. indicators everywhere. You need to find that balance to ensure you have just the right amount of information in front of you to enable you to make consistent money. Pretty obvious. Now, as many of you may know, I'm an institutional trader. I have worked at some of the largest banks in the world, all completely verified. Now, this is important because I can tell you, having seen it firsthand myself, that whilst I think having too many things on your chart will get you nowhere and just cause confusion, having too little on your chart will also leave you lost, lacking clear direction, up, down, maybe sideways. With a plain chart, you just don't know. Obviously, you need some information to help you determine the next move in the market. Now, I say this because recently I've seen so many retail traders go from one extreme to the other, i.e. they've removed everything from their charts. Blank charts seem to be the latest fashion trend. Now, if you think about it, that doesn't make any sense. There's so much crucial information you can extract from the underlying raw data. As I'm about to show you, you're just sabotaging your trading by ignoring this information. So let's build up to that point together and it will become very obvious. Now, the first thing I would do if I was starting from scratch, and just to let you know, we are going to go through this in a clear step-by-step format so you can implement this yourself easily. The first thing I would do is get my bearings. Know where you are at all times of day. This is really simple. So step 1, just mark out on your chart the session times that are important for your market. And no one does this correctly. Now, I personally trade the futures market, in particular the S&P 500, crude oil, and sometimes the sterling or pound futures market. However, what I am going to show you today applies to all markets in the world, so you're good no matter what you prefer to trade. Just decide what market works best for you, then apply what I am going to show you to that market. Now, first thing I like to do is get my session times correct. If you notice, most retail traders look at charts, but they just assume that what the chart is telling them in terms of session times is correct. Huge mistake. We can prove this to ourselves very easily. A key exercise I was given in one of my first weeks working in an institution was to look at the volume throughout the day and just gauge from that when is the most activity taking place. Now, if you want to be successful in any market, it's obvious that you want to be trading when the most activity is taking place. Otherwise, you're trading when no one is around, which is completely ridiculous. But sadly, that is what a lot of retail traders are doing. You would never see professional traders in an institution trading when the volume isn't there. So don't do the same. To avoid that mistake, we need to mark our session times correctly. Now, most futures markets open at 1800 EST daily, so I've marked that on my chart. However, that is not enough. That simply tells us when the market opens and closes. It gives us the correct 24-hour period for us to focus on, nothing else. To really take advantage and zone in on the most optimal time to trade, we need to see when the most volume is traded, when the big players are around, so we can take full advantage of that. It's actually quite funny when you hear retail traders talking about order blocks and smart money concepts, yet they have no clue when these people are actually active. Let's not make the same mistake. Now, futures markets do have a big advantage. They have clear, regular trading hours. These are clear hours when the underlying market opens and closes within a 24-hour period. So, for example, for the S&P 500, the New York Stock Exchange opens at 9:30 a.m. So I have marked 9:30 EST on my chart. Now, I like to use New York hours even though I don't live in New York, as it matches the market I am trading. However, if you prefer, you can convert this to your local time zone. No issues, makes no difference. The point is, we now have a clear window within which we want to operate. How do we know this? Well, look at the volume below you. This is not an indicator. This is raw data. Actual volume of transactions that have taken place. There's nothing more powerful than knowing this. Not looking at this is like Amazon trying to run their business without knowing how many units they are selling. That business is not going to survive very long. Using only price in your trading, you are doomed for failure. So don't make that mistake when the info is right in front of you. Now you can see very clearly here, this particular window we have marked is exactly where most of the volume is traded within the 24-hour period of the day. We now know exactly when we want to be trading. We're already ahead of 90% of retail traders. Why would you even think about trading outside of this window? No one else is doing that, as you can see for yourself, apart from maybe some losing retail traders. So don't make that mistake. Now you can apply this concept to any market. Just have a look for yourself on any market you trade. When it is most active, just look at the volume below you and adjust your window accordingly. You don't have to be exact, but you'll notice it tends to be the exact same window every day. You can see the evidence of that right in front of you. The final point to make here is, not only do the biggest moves in the market happen in this window, which makes logical sense given it has the biggest players, but more importantly, the most orderly or predictable moves happen in this window. Now you can see how simple this is for anyone to do, so make sure you are clear the exact window you are going to be trading in every day. Now we're going to take a look at a live trade in action so you can see exactly how to apply the basic concepts you are going to learn today. But first, you obviously need to lock down these concepts or strategy that will allow you to produce results like these for yourself. So let's do that. Now, as I said at the start, I do believe simplicity is the key. That being said, as I also mentioned at the start, we need to find the perfect balance between not having information that is useless on our charts, which most lagging indicators are, and not having too little information on our charts, which is just guessing. To solve this dilemma and to get that perfect balance, we're going to move on to step 2 of setting up our charts, adding raw volume to our charts in the form of a volume profile. It's very basic and anyone can do this. I personally prefer to use the session volume profile, which you can see here, because it creates the correct 24-hour window for us and also allows us to see the high and the low of the day without having to add more clutter to our charts. So multiple pieces of information in one. Now, I do not know a single institutional trader that trades without profile, and the crazy thing is it's extremely basic and easy to understand. Just like with the raw volume data we highlighted before below, all the volume profile is doing is giving us the exact same information, but rather than telling us how much volume traded at a particular time of day, it is telling us how much volume traded at a particular price. It's just flipping the information below sideways. This information is absolutely critical to your trading. As I mentioned before, trading without this, it's like trying to run a business without knowing how many units you are selling at each price. Your business would collapse. So you can see retail traders drawing their zones or levels without any idea of how many units are transacting at each price. It's financial suicide. It's just pure guesswork. You can easily avoid that. Just add the volume profile to your chart. Now, in terms of using it, extremely simple. As you can see here, it clearly tells us in the 24-hour period where the most volume has traded. Now, on this particular day, that is around 59.60. This is crucial information that you simply can't determine using a blank chart or even a chart with any lagging indicators. You can see why most retail traders are lost. Fortunately for you, today you can change that. Now, I will typically extend that information all the way to the end of my chart because it provides me massive clues as to what the following days are likely to be like. We know a lot of people traded there, so it stands to reason the positioning that took place at that price is going to influence everything that happens after it. Now, in terms of the following day, i.e. the day we are actually trading, we can see that overnight, whilst we are sleeping, there are a large number of transactions taking place here, a bit further below, around 5,900. So again, I will mark that level on my chart and extend it right to the end. I cannot stress how critical this information is. That is why every institutional trader in the world will be looking at this. Think about it. The market has built a lot of volume here overnight, then price has moved below it. Therefore, obviously it stands to reason that the majority of this volume is going to be short positioning or people selling. As you're about to find out as we take this trade together, that information is the key driver behind everything that happens in the market next. Now, the final piece of the puzzle is for us to determine what is the price doing right now as we get into our trading window. I know people like to call this price action, so let's call it exactly that. Now remember, our trading window for this market is 9:30 EST onwards. We are approaching 9:30 right now, and the way we are doing it in terms of price action is we are making higher lows and higher highs. This is very aggressive price action, but most importantly, look where we are doing it. We are doing it into and above where most of those sellers traded overnight. Would you agree the market is now forcing those sellers to be in pain? If you are one of these sellers and the market was moving aggressively against you, you'd be in pain. And when you're in pain, what do? Get out. And you get out fast. Therefore, as soon as we trade above this high volume area, we would want to get long or buy the market. Price action also supports this idea. We can have a tight stop behind the previous higher low with our targets quite obvious. The previous heavy volume area from the previous day, which we already marked. So let's enter the trade as it comes back and tests the high volume area. Now, because we're putting these heavy sellers overnight under a lot of pain or pressure, look at how quickly the market moves up to our target. Is it any surprise the market has just squeezed these sellers as hard as possible? It's like getting a wet towel and squeezing it as hard as you can. What is going to happen? The water is going to flood out fast. This is exactly what institutions are doing on a daily basis, and they're doing it right in that high volume window when lots of people are trading. Think about it. If they did this in a window when very few people were trading, who is there to squeeze? It's like squeezing a dry towel. So don't be that retail trader either squeezing a dry towel or worse, not being aware of these areas and therefore just trading blind. Now, have you noticed how we don't have a ton of information on our charts, but we also don't have too little? We have found a really nice balance, so try this for yourself. Now, finally, as promised, to bring this to life for you so you can see I actually took this trade in real time, and you can also see exactly how much money I made and how I managed it. I'm going to show you the actual trade side by side I took live on my personal trading platform. As you can see, I got long in the exact place we just spoke about, and price shot up extremely quickly as those short traders got squeezed and were forced to get out of their positions, which was great for me. In total, on this particular day, I made a little over $3,500. I personally took the trade off slightly before target as I had hit well above my income goal for the day, but of course, you can hold it all the way for even bigger gains. So now you can see by applying basic volume concepts like these, my students are able to make consistent profits out of the market on a daily basis. Very simple stuff that anyone can do. Now, if you're ready to take your trading a little more seriously, rather than doing what most retail traders are doing, which is pretty amateurish, let's be honest, check out this video here, because as you saw for yourself, volume is everything in trading, and what we covered today was just the tip of the iceberg. That's why this video is the perfect video to get you thinking about order flow, volume in more detail, which is only going to be positive for your trading.